Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you important update coming out of Jonglei State and South Sudan. In today's report we will cover three major stories that are raising serious concern across the country. First, we will talk about a businesswoman in Jonglei is demanding payment of more than $23,000 after supplying goods to the governor resident nearly 2 years ago. Second, renewed clash in Akobo County have once again placed civilians in danger, with civil society group calling for an immediate ceasefire. And third, after nearly 2 years without proper parliamentary sitting, Jonglei State has finally received a new speaker, a move many believe could restore accountability and governance. Before we proceed, please I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video you can be notified. Let's begin our report with businesswomen demand payment from Jonglei government. A businesswoman in Jonglei State has threatened to take legal action against the state governance over unpaid bill amounting to more than $23,000. According to report and supporting document, the goods were supplied almost 2 years ago. The woman at the center of the dispute is Nyajima Galwa Gadbel, the chief executive officer of Mercy General Trading Company Limited. She said her company delivered both food and non-food items to the governor resident and the Jonglei State guest house in Bor. These items were reportedly supplied after the office of the governor made a formal request following the change in leadership in 2024. Well, according to Nyajima, this happened in June 2024 when a new governor came into office. She explained that the governor office contacted her and requested supplies. After receiving the request, she prepared and submitted a quotation. The quotation was approved. Once approval was given, she delivered everything that had been requested. According to her, she said the good included essential food supplies and household items needed to prepare the governor resident. According to her, the items were received by officials from the governor office, including the protocol office and secretariat staff in Bor. These supplies were reportedly used to prepare the governor's resident before the governor officially moved in. Nyajima said the total amount for the supply was $33,500. Before the delivery, she received only $10,000 as partial payment. This left a remaining balance of $23,500. Since then, she said the government has failed to pay the rest. She explained that despite many follow-up attempts, no additional payment has been made. According to her statement, she tried several times to follow up with the government office. She said she even met the current governor after the leadership change again. During that meeting, she reportedly presented all the supporting documents. She said the governor agreed that the payment should be made. The new governor is Dr. Guy Cook. However, since that meeting, she claims she has been blocked from seeing him again. This, according to her, has made it impossible to resolve the issue directly. Nyajima said the unpaid bill has seriously affected her businesses. She explained that the company is struggling financially because of the delayed payment. Without the money, she said it has become difficult to continue operations. She also said that she currently does not have enough financial resources to take the government to court. That is why she decided to speak through the media. She hoped public attention will help her receive the payment. She also made serious allegations of intimidation. According to her, some members of the governor office have been threatening her. While she continued to seek payment, she claimed these same officials are the one preventing her from meeting the governor. Supporting document reportedly confirmed that official letter was sent requesting the release of funds. One letter dated July 8, 2024 requested over $6,300 for food supply. Another yearly letter dated July 1, 2024 requested the release of SSPDF $52,800,500 South Sudanese pound, which was approximately $17,600 to cover furniture and food supplies. However, unwritten note on one of the documents reportedly showed that the Ministry of Finance delayed payment due to financial challenges. The note acknowledged that the claim was legitimate, but it also stated that the state was not financially able to pay at the time. The note suggests revisiting the issue later together with salary disbursement. Up to now, the Jonglei state government has not publicly responded to this allegation. This story raises serious questions about government accountability and payment of private supply. For business working with the government institution, delayed payment can cause major damage. Now, let's move on. Let's move to from financial dispute. We move to another deeply concerning issue: security and civilian safety in Akobo County. Before we move on, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's take a look at a renewed clash in Akobo spark fear. According to the report, fresh fighting has broken out once again in Akobo County, raising fear among civilians. The renewed clash involved government forces and opposition forces. A civil society group across South Sudan are now calling for an immediate ceasefire. According to report, the fighting has worsened the already unstable security situation in the area. A statement released on April 13, 2026 by the South Sudan Civil Society Alliance expressed deep concern. The group said it is very worried about the return of violence. They warned that civilians are now facing serious danger. According to the statement, there are a report of attack, destruction of property, and growing lawlessness. The Alliance stressed that innocent people are once again paying the price of political and military conflict. The call for ceasefire came after opposition forces, specifically the SPLIO, reportedly recaptured Akobo town. This happened during a Monday morning offensive. Government forces, also known as SSPDF, were reportedly pushed out. This development has increased fear that the conflict could spread further. Civil society organizations say immediate action is needed to prevent more bloodshed. Another coalition of civil society network also issued a separate statement. They described the renewed violence as alarming. They reminded the public that this is not the first time Akobo has witnessed such fighting this year. In fact, similar clashes happened less than 2 months ago. Those clashes had already displaced many families. Now, many people who were hoping to return home are once again trapped in fear. The coalition say the people of Jonglei deserve peace. They need the chance to rebuild their home and life. Repeated violation is making recovery impossible. The group are calling on all sides to stop fighting immediately. They say civilians must be protected at all costs. They also urge the leader to recommit to the peace agreement. Without peace, they warn the cycle of violence will continue. And as always, ordinary people suffer the most. Our third story today brings a political development that many hope could improve governance in Jonglei state. A new speaker appointed after years of stallment. A civil society activist in Jonglei has welcomed the appointment of a new speaker for the state assembly. This comes after nearly 2 years without proper parliamentary sitting. The activist Boldeng Bol said this is an important step forward. Boldeng is the executive director of Unpaid South Sudan. He said the appointment of Gabriel Malual Kon should help reopen the assembly. Kon was appointed on April 13, 2026. He replaced Amir Ateng, who was removed from office in February. He is expected to take office this week. Buldeng said the new speaker must focus on key issues affecting the people. This includes insecurity, displacement, and delay in salary payment. He also stressed the importance of passing a proper state budget. According to him, Jonglei has operated for years without functioning budget. This has created a major accountability problem. He said people do not know where the government gets its money or how it's spent. This lack of oversight has left the executive branch operating with too much freedom. Buldeng said the new assembly must restore financial transparency. He called for proper scrutiny of public spending. He also warned the new leadership to ensure that the state finally operate under a legal budget framework. For many observers, this appointment could be an important opportunity. If handled well, it may strengthen governance and public trust. Well, those are our top story today from Jonglei State and South Sudan. A businesswoman demanding overdue payment, renewed fighting in Akobo, and hope for change through new parliamentary leadership in Jonglei. We will continue to follow this development closely. Let us know in the comment what you think about these stories. Do you believe the government should urgently address the unpaid bill? Can peace return to Akobo? And will the new speaker bring real accountability? Please like, share and subscribe to Changfied YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.